Gripes with Rudy.
Well, gripes with Rudy. Gripes with Rudy.
Where do you start?
It's not really a gripe. I think that you didn't.
It's sabotage. It's the worst kind of gripe. I'm just trying to word it. Because I talked about it on Bad Friends as well, so I don't even know why I should talk about it now.
I may not be privy to this. What happened?
I'll tell you then. I like food, and I spend sometimes money on food, and I maybe I'm fat and maybe I worship food too much, but I'll go to an app and I'll order fancy foods from all over the country, from different states. I like to try things out, and I order pies. And if you ever want a delicious pie, people, chicken and mushroom, pepper steak. She's smiling right now because she doesn't really get the magnitude of her offenses. But I love my pie anyway. So you get them delivered from all over the country. So they come to the door, and we have a rule in the house where she has to disinfect everything before it comes inside the house. That's her job, is to disinfect things. And I love her so much. She's a sweet girl. Gets straight A's. I'm so proud of her. And don't roll your eyes at me, please.
4.0 GPA. Congrats.
4.0 GPA. She started following this actor boy in high school, and this actor boy. I know his name, and he was older. I'm not going to say his name, but. She followed this actor. She went to a school, and she followed this actor.
Who goes to her school? He's a theater guy.
He's a theater guy. Cute as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of got a Southern California Tony Hawk kind of vibe to him.
Oh.
A young Yakov Smirnoff. Not Yakov Smirnoff. A young Weird Al Yankovic, I mean.
Oh.
That's what he kind of looks like. Yeah, so it's a combination between Tony Hawk and Weird Al Yankovic. But he's a young kid, and she followed him on social media, on Instagram, and he didn't follow her
How
back.
long has it been, Jules?
A month,
and he hasn't followed you back.
She has not followed her back, and it really. I want to tweet at the guy. I want to follow him and make a message and go, if you don't fucking, I will bury you.
I don't think that's the right
I know
move.
it's not right, but that's as a father, that's what I want. Fucking follow her back.
Yeah.
You know what Bobby threatened to do yesterday was follow the kid. So this is we were all about to watch a movie, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and follow him. I'm like, I don't think that's the right move at all. I
wanted to follow him, have me follow back, and just do a direct message and go, yo, dude, just, on the side, you know what I mean? Follow her back.
That's so crazy.
I didn't do that because I realized you guys talk sensitive. That was my gut instinct.
Yeah.
That was my gut instinct.
You know what his gut instinct was when we first started dating? His gut instinct was to follow all of my exes. All of them.
Instincts with Bobby.
Yeah, that's my gut instincts. And they're usually wrong, my gut instincts. That's why I don't ever follow them.
Yeah.
You never follow your gut?
Oh, no. I go against my gut. Do the opposite. So she's in love with this boy, and
It's a crush, babe. Mild crush.
Crush.
Mild crush.
And then I proposed, a setup for Gilbert. You know him, Ramey.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramy.
Yeah. So I called Ramey last night.
Is
around
that her
midnight.
type though, visually?
No, well, that's why it backfired because I go, Ramey, send me 3 photos of you. So he sent 3 photos, right? And I called him right back and I said, you got to lose weight.
You can't do that. That's so mean.
He's all cheeks.
He is so cute to me.
He's all cheeks.
He
He's
is a
Southern
very cute boy, and that was so mean that you said for him to lose weight. He doesn't need to lose weight. He looks
He has
fine.
milk glands in his titties.
He says this
That's
every
what it
time we
looks
play.
like. I always say that. Squirt me some milk out of your fucking titties.
But don't
He
you
gets-
find it like a little bit weird that you're trying to arrange 2 children to date? Not 2 children, 2 young adults to date?
It's like traditional matchmaking.
It's
Mulan.
traditional, Korean parents have done it back in the day. I'm not
Hey,
gonna force.
Filipino mom. You sound like a Filipino mom.
You
I'm not
sound
gonna
like a Filipino
force
mom.
it, but I was making some suggestions because she's has this crush on this actor boy from school, and I go, well, I have an alternative.
Didn't you try to offer her, also give her the option for Trauma Todd?
Who is Trauma Todd? Who is this
Trauma
guy?
Todd? No, but Trauma Todd. No, you saw a video. Okay, guys. So Gilbert and I, we all play Warzone, And I play with a guy named Ramy, but I also play with a guy, I can't say his name because he wants to be kept a secret.
Yeah.
But his name is, I call him Todd. And then I just call him Trauma Todd. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I call him Trauma Todd.
Earlier.
We mentioned it earlier. And Trauma Todd, he lives in England, and he's a very talented skateboarder. And so I had a video of him skateboarding on my phone, right? And so Kalila saw it. He looks like a kind of like a deformed Harry Styles.
I didn't say that.
Deformed?
That's what I'd say.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he looks like a regular ass. He looks
regular
like a
guy.
regular guy.
Sure, a regular guy. If Harry Styles was deformed, so either way, I got guys that I'm gonna set her up with. But let me go back to the fucking thing though, the panberry pie and all that stuff.
I'd like to also just say one more thing before we move forward.
Yeah.
So you guys, none of you guys think it's weird when parents set their kids up with other people, or is it just a parent thing?
It seems normal, at least in my culturally in my experience. That
I know
seems like
Filipinos do it a lot,
thing.
but
I was
but-
dating Cindy, and my grandpa is still trying to set me up with women in the Philippines. Like I'm like, know, I've been with Cindy forever. He's like, I know, but just in case. Like, in case what? I'm literally telling you that I want to propose to her. You're offering Filipino women to me.
you know what? I have.
Can we
been
go
a
back to the
talk about-
panberry?
Oh yeah, it's the panberry.
Fine,
the
Panberry. Jules.
What's panberry? That's the name of the company.
I order panberry pies from an app called Goldbelly. They're not sponsoring us, but it's a very good app, and you can get food from anyway. And so I can't disinfect the food that comes here. That's Juliana's job, and I said this before, but I'm going to say it again so that it never happens again. And she's in complete denial about it, and she's like, "It's fine," and all that shit. So I tell her the pies are here, and she goes, "Okay, Uncle Tito," or whatever it might be. Yeah, okay, Uncle Tito. There it is, panberries. Oh, those are delicious. Okay, Uncle Tito, right? And so, I don't know how food works in the Philippines, but when you leave it out in the sun here in America, if something's frozen because of just the sun, it melts. And when you leave it out there for 2 days, the shit's gonna melt.
Oh, 2 days.
So, but she doesn't tell me, right? Because I let it go because I think that she was responsible. She's a responsible girl. For 2 days, she leaves it out there, and then so she doesn't tell me. She puts them in the freezer as if I'm not gonna notice.
Oh, you
Right?
already knew though. Okay.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know until I say, sometimes Papa wakes up and goes, "I think today's pie day.
Panberry pie day. Yeah.
I want a little pie." Right? I go in to the freezer and I pick up a pie. Now, the pies are about this big and they're in a plastic wrapper. And it tells you on the wrapper, mushroom and chicken or whatever it might be, right? But this batch is, you see the pie, but outside of the pie, you see brown gravy. Frozen now. It's no longer in the pie. All right? The shit is outside of the pie. And there's no way to put frozen brown gravy back inside the fucking pie.
It's like a prolapse anus. Yeah.
You can still put those back. I had 3 of them. You need tweezers, some pliers,
Sure,
right?
okay.
And some fucking
It would be.
and some fucking
I think what you're
Vaseline.
trying to say, Guild, is you can't put shit back into the butt.
Exactly.
That's better. Yeah,
But Bobby
prolapse
can,
butt. Though.
apparently,
I have.
yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, you could just push
Yeah.
that back in.
But I
Very
leave it out
easy.
for a couple of days, especially during Halloween, so I can play like an animal.
Jesus.
When I have a prolapse butt, I always like keep it out for a couple of
Yeah,
days.
it's your rattler.
Yeah, and
It's your rat tail, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rattler.
So now when you eat a pie, and I just had one before this podcast, I baked it. Basically what you have in it is the pie, right? And the meat, because the meat didn't seep through.
Yeah.
So it's just
No juices.
no juice. No, yeah, and you know what a pie is? Let's be honest. Let's be real for once on this fucking podcast.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What's inside a fucking pie is a stew, is supposed to be a stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thick gravy-like stew. So then I gently pointed out. I go, Jules, no offense, but these pies, the fucking gravy is. And she goes, "It's not gravy, it's oil."
That was pretty good improv to just think of something.
I say to her, "Oh, did I order oil pies?"
Pie?
on the packaging, does it say chicken with oil?
Chicken and canola? Sounds
No,
good.
the reason why it doesn't fucking say that is because there's no fucking oil on it. All right, so I love you. You're doing a great job in the household. And everyone's saying online to be nicer to Rudy. I'm getting direct messages. You got to be nicer or I'm done with you. I'm done with bad friends. I'm done with TigerBelly. If you're not nicer to Rudy. And this is me being nice. That's why I didn't fucking do anything. You know, I'm eating the pies. And I'm going to tell you this right now. As we speak, I've ordered another batch. Okay? Are you mad? No. Oh. But she's doing a great job. I honestly, no, let's say positive things.
Yeah.
She's loving with this guy. Shut the fuck shut up.
But a lot of guys have crushes on her on the internet. You know,
Oh, they
we know
do.
that.
I
A
know.
lot
She
of
has
guys.
to. I get
But
it.
that's not real life, is it?
That's not real life.
I mean, if
Wait.
she wants to, make it real life.
That'd be kind of
She's
weird.
too young.
though.
She's too
Yeah.
young. She's too young. You know.
Wait, she's too young to date in general?
I don't want it.
There's the dad vibes kicking in. There's
Yeah,
the
I don't
dad
want it
vibes
yet. I
kicking
think I want her to get through school. I want to graduate from high school. Can you graduate from high school? And then we'll figure out your future.
I'm so the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm always like, who are you talking to these days? Let me see the pictures. Ooh, should we set up like a 6 feet apart date? Like it's
That's
just,
also very mom though, to be like, let's set up a play date.
a
Do we have
play
an unhelpful advice, Gil?
Ghost Stories with Bobby and Kalila.